Τέλεια, λοιπόν. Ψάχνουμε τώρα να δούμε συνθούμε τον Κώστα. Δεν θέλει να μας το βγάλει αυτό, όπως πρέπει. Ζητώ συγγνώμη, δεχόμαστε το έτοιμο του Κώστα. Ωραία.
Εντάξει, το βρήκαμε.
Very fantastic. Very fantastic. Καλησπέρα, Κώστα μου.
Καλησπέρα. Τι λέει?
Όλα καλά. Όλα καλά. Είμαστε έτοιμοι. Έχουμε ειδοποιήσει εδώ πέρα ότι αυτό το chat θα γίνει στα αγγλικά, έτσι, διότι υπάρχει πάρα πολλοί κόσμος από το εξωτερικό που θέλει να δει το κόλπο. Νομίζω ότι όλοι μας καταλαβαίνουμε.
Δηλαδή θα μιλάμε τώρα English.
Καλά, τώρα εδώ θα μιλάμε και έχω και τα γυαλιά της πρεσβειοποίας για να κοιτάζω τις ερωτήσεις καλύτερα. Μην κάνω τίποτα περίεργα τέτοια. Μα έτσι γίνεται.
Είναι πολύ cringe αυτό τώρα.
Είναι cringe, αλλά τι να σου κάνω εγώ, εσύ είσαι international. Εγώ είμαι rock hard Greece, δεν λέω rock hard international.
It's cringy, man.
It's cringy. So, as you saw, the first, a nice comment, speaking Greeklish.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, we should speak. So, this Instagram live chat will be in English. Sorry for the for the Greek speakers, but as you see, even the first hello is from Los Angeles.
Yeah, but it's a Greek guy from Los Angeles. Or no, maybe not.
No, it's not a Greek guy. It's not a Greek guy. Oh. Greetings from Los Angeles.
It's a Greek guy from Netherlands.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I get it.
Okay, we have done another interview in English, I think, if not a couple, so it's not the first time for this.
Okay.
First of all, hope everything is okay. I know that you are expecting a baby soon.
I am.
Anytime soon, to be precise.
It could be any minute, actually.
Yeah.
Any minute. So, yeah. Let's see. Everything is good, though.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. I'm hoping this week. I'm hoping sometime this coming week we'll have him.
Yeah, because in 15 days we will meet each other in Time to Rock Festival in 14 days, Saturday in Sweden. I am not Greek is the message written in Greek. So we have many questions. that have already been sent to me. And rest assured that whatever question you will ask, you will just feel free in the comments section to send us your own questions real time. And this is the reason for all this. They are enjoying our Greek list. Okay, so let's begin with whatever is hot right now. And whatever is hot is your brand new song with Ronnie Romero,
Yeah.
which has a firewind flavor, like the premonition.
Oh,
What
the title. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a funny story about that because um, I had a session file on Pro Tools on a computer, and I don't know why. I think I called it Premonition. I think I was working on some backing tracks from that album, and I deleted some stuff, and I started making a new riff, and the title of the session was Premonition. And later, I sent that file to Dennis Ward, and said, "It's just a demo. Do some vocal lines if you want." And Dennis just did some rough vocal lines, and he was singing My Premonition. And I wanted to tell him, maybe don't use that because it's an album title, but it kind of stayed. And then I gave the song to Ronnie, and then he came up with the lyrics, and he kept My Premonition. So I said, okay, well, it's kind of meant to be now.
it's a
So
destiny. It was meant to be.
yeah,
Sometimes the working titles are the ones that stick in the end and do not
yeah.
change. So
And
that's
finally enough, the Premonition album from Firewind, we don't have a song called Premonition. It's just album
yeah,
title.
just a album title. Yeah.
Yeah.
So perhaps you can do a reissue of the Premonition and include the Premonition as a bonus
Yeah. Yeah.
with a different singer though.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's everything is possible. Why not?
Yeah. um, so it seems that you
Ooh.
have found very good chemistry with Ronnie Romero, and you do tour with him, whole tour with him. You record songs. What should we expect from this collaboration between you two?
Actually, we just played one show last week in Germany, the first show of the year. But we did a thing last year as well in Greece. Actually, we
Hmm.
played a couple of shows, one in Athens at a festival, release festival, and one in Thessaloniki. But we are, we've been friends for a long time, and we even played in a cover band in Sweden for about 5 minutes. We did some shows, and we were doing like, like Sabbath and Ingve and Ozzy and all that kind of stuff and Rainbow. So it was fun. And anyways, but this collaboration is it will include stuff from our solo records. We're gonna play a couple of songs from Ronnie's record, and we're gonna play some of my stuff, my solo works. I'm gonna do a couple of instrumentals as well, so he can have a break and have a beer. And and we're also gonna do obviously cover songs from classics that we love, and and covers from artists that we are somehow connected. Obviously, Ronnie with Blackmore, with Rainbow and Purple, and some Sabbath and Ozzy, because I have that part of history as well.
Yeah.
And also other stuff besides all that too. I think we do something Lizzie. I don't know. So it's kind of like a mixed bag of stuff that people recognize and they love, and some of our music.
Yeah, and luckily enough, your history with big bands, having the connection that you have with big names and big bands, allows you to do a very a party thing like we wanted to do with Rock Art Festival in Greece on the 13th of September, which is going to be something like a big party, and I really enjoy that kind of thing when I go to festivals. I really enjoy uh, having a band play some songs that we all like, well-known musicians, friends, just having a good time and grabbing a beer and singing along. Is this what you want to do also in our festival?
Correct. I think it's going to be the type of set list that everybody's going to enjoy. You don't really necessarily need to know all the deep cuts, from our discography. There's going to be stuff that everybody will enjoy, get the crowd going. And actually, for the Rock Hard Festival, it's going to be a bit more special because we were thinking of calling it like it could have been like a Gus G and Ronnie Romero thing, but we decided to call it a Gus and Friends show, and we're gonna. It was a good opportunity to invite more people on stage and do a even more special set. So we're gonna have David Ellison, who's coming to Greece for this. So we're gonna do some
Mhm.
stuff with David, and Roy Khan is gonna be there at the festival. He's doing a acoustics set. So, but he's gonna join our band and play electric as well. Um, so it'll be some nice surprises and stuff that people will recognize for sure, and they will love it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, don't know if you wanna reveal it. Will there be a chance to see you on stage with Herbie, as Herbie will be there with Heaven's Gate?
We kind of talked about it, but we haven't confirmed it. It will depend on the set list. I'm still working on it.
Yeah,
If there is time, I would
okay.
like. I mean, why not? Herbie could come out and we
Yeah,
could
he
have
can
a.
be on the side of the backside of the stage, and being
Yeah,
with you.
exactly. Yeah. I mean,
I will let you.
we talked about maybe having him do one song, maybe even do a Firewind song. We'll see, but
Yeah.
it really
Okay.
depends. We have to figure it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a big party to be sure. And for the people, for the friends that are saying that they want an autograph from you, we must
Oh,
say that there are many people asking autographs from you. We must say that there will be a signing session. I don't know when was the last time that a Greek festival had a signing session, but it will have a signing session on the Rock
that's cool.
Commander booth that will be next to the main stage. So all of you that want a signature and an autograph from Gus G will be able to have it in the Rock Commander booth. Rock Commander, which is a video, an application
It's a
that
mobile game.
it's uh, it's growing and it has with. I'm very happy to say that it's going really well in Greece.
Oh,
Uh, it's one of the I think it's one of the best countries that has downloaded the Rock Commander game, and I suspect that
oh,
it has a lot to do with you as well, being an avatar in the game.
maybe I don't know, but that's good news. It's a nice game actually. It's a mobile game, and it's pretty cool actually. You can build your own band in the game, and you can manage the band, and you can get like professional guys like me, or I think there's like D Snyder and like
Yeah,
you know big
Mickey D joined a
Mickey.
couple of weeks ago too.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah,
big rock stars
I
in
guess
there,
a
and
band can we make this virtual band come true? For a show, have Mickey on drums, you on guitar, and this night on vocals.
that would be great. The Rock Commander
Okay,
band, yeah,
okay, the Rock Commander band.
that's a
That's
good
that's
idea.
that's a thought. It was hair raising, and I'm because we need to think of something crazy for next year again.
That would be
So
very cool.
there can be a Rock Commander big band, let's say.
Yeah,
Okay,
man. I'm in. I will do it.
yeah. I would gladly have you playing guitar, Gus. Rest assured about this. Uh, so I had a question beforehand. Uh, about which is your favorite guitar solo of your solo career, and then a question came, which is your favorite guitar solo you have ever written for Firewind?
It's impossible to say. I don't have one really. Um, I have solos that are more difficult, but um, than others. But favorite, hard to say, man. Like I don't know. I think the Fire and the Fury is always kind of like on the top of the list somehow. It's become like a little bit like a classic for the Firewind
Yeah,
catalog. So that is one of them. But I don't know what's my favorite. I don't know. I like
yeah,
to solo anyways. I like to solo a lot. So so it doesn't matter as long as I solo.
yeah. Another question I had was um, a more personal one. Are you more productive late at night or early in the day when creating music?
Early in the day, actually.
Hmm.
When I for me, when I wake up, even though I'm not really a morning person, but if I wake up and like have a coffee and breakfast and then sit in my studio here, in some kind of morning hours or noon, um, when my with my head clear, I compose. I don't know. I have a better workflow. It's more likely for me to compose stuff to get more work done. Uh, because after a few hours, if I sit like if it's too late in the evening and I sit at night, it's just like my brain is already fried from the day, and I can't think like I've sat so many times trying to record a solo or just do some recordings at night, and it just doesn't go anywhere. I'm just too tired. So at
Yeah.
night I just need to relax, watch TV or something.
Has it ever happened to have a melody in your head while you're asleep, and then wake up having that melody?
Yeah, yeah. I wrote a song called Dreamkeeper from my first record. Um, and that melody I heard in my sleep. It's like that almost, is it called Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Or I think Twilight Zone is right before you go to sleep, but right before you wake up when your dreams are very vivid and you can still kind of remember right before you wake up. If a
Mhm.
melody comes there, and I wake up and I have to record it, like on my phone real quick or sing something to remember it, because it goes away after a few seconds or a few minutes.
Yeah.
And many times, of course, I hear ideas that are just complete crap, and I wake up and I think, wow, I wrote a whole symphony, and then like an hour later, I'm listening back, I'm like, what is this shit? Like it's the worst thing ever. So, but sometimes good stuff come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Says, do you write musical notes to remember too?
No, I don't. Like in rock and roll and heavy metal, very classical world. So, like, I'll just record a riff on my phone real quick, just so I don't forget it, or I'll even film something on the guitar, like on my phone, um, just to have a memory of it. And then I go back and listen to all these audio demos, and then I'll pick them out, and then I'll do proper recordings in my studio.
Hmm. Question about the past. Who was the musician or the album that changed your perspective about music?
Hmm. Quite a few, I would say. My perspective about music. I mean, first of all, like talking about life-changing moments through music, um, I would have to start by saying people like Peter Frampton, because that's when I first heard electric guitar that blew me away. Um, and then later on, people like Yngwie Malmsteen, because I never heard guitar like that. But this is just as far as guitar playing goes. When it comes to music and songwriting, I would say the Beatles. Um, Yeah, when I heard the Beatles, it was also like a big revelation, and I just really took a deep dive into their catalog and listened to everything and how they evolved. Yeah, the Beatles is a great study actually for any musician or anybody who's interested in songwriting or producing to this
Hmm.
day. Yeah.
Um, you are very active on social media. However, do you read comments about you or your band on in the social media, and how do you react? How
Yeah,
does it
I
affect?
read. I read comments and I try to reply to as many. If somebody has a question, I don't always reply to everything, but I try to reply if somebody has a question. Um, yeah, I like to engage with the people that support what I do. Um, I don't get a lot of hate mail, to be honest. I hear a lot of people get a lot of hate mail. I don't really get that much. You know, there's some trolls here and there, but it's just normal, I
Yeah,
guess.
trolls are everywhere. You
Yeah.
cannot help it. Yeah, they live among us. So
Yeah.
you
No,
can you can.
I care about the people that care about what I do, and I want to, if they have a question or if somebody wants to know something, I'll just reply publicly. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
engage with them. Yeah.
yeah. Say hello. There are many people joining us all the time. We say hello to them and we continue um, with something similar. Uh, uh, how do you react to the reviews about your music? Do they play any role on the musical direction of the next album you're going to make?
No, not at all. You mean press reviews?
Yeah,
No, because, everybody have their different opinions. It's and we cannot please everybody. I mean, I hear a lot of stuff. I read stuff here and there. I don't search for it so much. Of course, I'm happy if the album does well with reviews and if it's higher in the magazine charts and things like that. It means that you know if I release an album and it gets like 2 out of 10 on too many magazines, then I would worry. Of course, maybe I would think maybe it wasn't so good what I did,
yeah,
but but if you get reviews that are kind of have a similar vibe, anywhere between 7, 8, 9, it's like, and most of my catalog, luckily, has been
yeah.
like that consistently throughout my career. So I don't, it doesn't really affect the way I think about the future. Um,
Mhm.
and at the end, when you think about it too much, you go crazy. So you have to kind of put all that stuff on the side when you create something, and um, because at the end of the day you have to like what you do, and if I like the songs that I make, then I can support them. I can stand
Yeah,
behind them.
yeah, of course, of course.
But I'm always open, when people tell me, like when we discuss, I've known you for so many years, and many times you'll tell me, hey, have you thought about doing this or that? And other journalists too, they if so, if somebody has something to say, I listen.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean
and
I'm.
who
It
knows?
doesn't mean
Who
I'm gonna do
knows?
it, but it's good to listen to people what they think.
Yeah, and if you know, we have a long history together. We know each other for since you started playing guitar, I can say. Uh, so it means that you somehow respect my opinion, and you could listen to my opinion. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you will do what I say, but you don't know what ideas may come up by somebody else's opinion if you trust that guy.
Sometimes, like you said, if there's people that you trust their musical judgment, it's good to hear if they have any things to offer. You never know. I actually, since I have you right here, right now, I remember many years ago you told me, "Hey, have you thought about trying to make like a long epic song, like an 8 minute, 9 minute song?" I think you told me about that a few
Yeah,
times. And I actually gave it a shot. I tried to make when we were doing the Immortals album with Firewind, which is a concept record, and it just happened that I don't enjoy really long compositions. I don't enjoy making them. I don't enjoy listening to them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just not something for me. I mean, yeah, maybe something up to 5, 6 minutes, yeah, but I don't see myself doing something like 10-minute long ever. It's just how it is.
And
But I
too
can
many
try.
notes. And
Yeah,
too many notes.
yeah.
So there's a question here from friend Sergio7. Would you make a collaboration with Michelangelo Bettio if you had the chance? And have you ever met him?
Actually, yes. Michael is a friend. We actually toured together 2 years ago in Europe, and when we came to Greece, I don't know where our friend is from, but we did a European tour, me and Michelangelo, and it was also Rowan Robertson. And we did it about 20, 25 shows in Europe 2 years ago. So it was a lot of fun. And, Michael is one of the guys I grew up listening to and I really respect as a guitar player.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
I don't think this is your thing, but there's a question: can you do a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cover, Gus G style?
What's that?
I don't know. It's a Power Ranger theme song, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
I never heard of that. But yeah,
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 I don't think this is for more for bands that wear this funny clothing and this stage personas,
yeah. The
like the
cosplay bands.
pirate
Yeah,
thing, the costume thing. Uh, as Tobias Sammet says, as the dress for the carnival, and they
yeah.
go, yeah, it's
It's
power metal.
a big scene right now with a lot of bands doing cosplay. I guess it's called costume play,
Yeah,
and
cosplay. Yeah.
it's cool. It's I realize that there's a big market for that. When it comes to the business part of it, and I know not a lot of people enjoy it. We just played a festival in America called Mad with Power, and there were a lot of bands that were cosplay and they were dressing up and they had a theme. Um,
Yeah.
and it's all good. I think everything can coexist. I think nowadays.
Yeah. Now that we have a message from Argentina, I would like you
Hola.
to send us the country that you from where you are watching this Instagram live show. Uh, there's a question, Gus, have you played for Night Rage?
Yes, I actually I wouldn't say I founded, but I co-founded it, the Night Rage with Marios.
With Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was helping him a lot in the early days to make a lot of demos. I was even singing on the demos because we could not find a singer, so I was faking death metal vocals just so we can show it to producers and labels so I helped a lot with the first. I was very involved on the first album, especially. Yeah.
How were these vocals compared to Tompa's vocals from At the Gates?
I mean, not.
It's like if you had him play guitar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I made that decision. I think some people liked it when that we played it for, but I decided I didn't want to be that kind of singer. And early on, I wanted to focus on guitar. So yeah.
Mhm. Um, so do you have a pre-show ritual or something that gets you in the zone before going on stage?
Um, yeah, actually, it's very simple. I just try to relax and I warm up on guitar. I play guitar for about 30 minutes, something like that. And generally, I like if we can have it as quiet as possible backstage and just to be in the room with the band, with the guys, and just to relax, talk nonsense, just laugh and, maybe listen to some music, play some guitar and get ready. So just get in the zone a little bit. Yeah.
Hmm. Gus, which is the most important piece of advice you have had in music business?
Um, Well, I have had a lot of advice from a lot of people that are from various people actually. But one of them, a manager once told me, try to own your catalog. Yeah, and because this is going to be your maybe that's how you're gonna make your living later on in life, owning your
Yeah,
own catalog, and yeah, things like that.
yeah. It's a really important piece of advice, that one. And I think that you have
It's
started gathering each
a little bit.
every bits and pieces of your catalog.
A little bit, yeah. I have some of the first albums, and I've decided to actually, since the record label I was signed, it's gone. Actually, AFM Records is pretty much out of the picture
Um,
now.
yeah, out of business. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. My catalog with them is still there. They still control the catalog. They still handle it. But at some point, those albums will the rights will return. But even like now, for going forward for my solo music, I'm thinking of I decided to just keep self-releasing my own music, and this is what I've been doing actually with the singles I put out. The one with Ronnie Premonition, and last month I put out another single.
the Advent. Yeah,
Yeah, so this is the idea to kind of own the catalog from now on and gather it because I also compose, as you know, I compose all my music pretty much. So um, being able to handle it and control it, it's as it piles up, it's you build
yeah.
volume like that. So it's important.
Yeah, of course. And uh, we see so many people joining us in this live chat, which
Yeah.
is really great. Uh, and another question is, what was going through your head the first time you hit the stage with Ozzy Osbourne?
I was nervous for sure. It was yeah.
Makes sense,
All
to tell
yeah.
you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a show that was televised in America on cable TV, but still it was televised for some millions of people. And Ozzy didn't know it. They didn't tell him because they didn't want to stress him. But we knew. So yeah, it was nerve-wracking. Um, and I knew that everybody was watching every move, every little detail.
Yeah,
So I once I played the first few notes, I let it all out, and I was just having a good time. Yeah. But of course, the stress was there. It was a new environment for me. It took a while to get used to it.
I mean, however good you might be in your instrument or in your job, there has to be a kind of stage fright, a kind of nervousness before you go on stage because, uh, as I always say, you're as good as your last show. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter if you have a history, if you are a legend, if you are anything. Uh, People pay to see you, and they deserve to see the best of you. So
hmm
it just makes sense to be nervous. It makes sense to have a stage fright or anything of that thing. So, what made you go with Black Star amps?
Um, I I started with Black Star when they were first starting out as well. I knew actually at that time I was still playing ESP guitars, and the vice president of the company called me when I was in LA. I was recording the Scream album with Ozzy, and he said, "There's a new company you have to check out. They're from England. It's the guys from Marshall, and they left Marshall, and they have this new company called Black Star, and you got to check it out." And I said to him, "Can you ask him to give us an amp in the studio, to deliver an amp in the studio?" And I can't promise, but we will try it out. And if it's something, we'll see. And they did that. They sent us an amp, and I was recording the guitars for Scream album, and actually we liked that amp so much, me and the producer Kevin, and we used it on all over the album. It's all over the Scream album, that amp. And that was the next step. Basically, just I took that amp on the road with me. I was actually the first artist that of Blackstar that put that amp on a big arena and stadium stages. Nobody knew of them at the time, you know. So even some of the crew guys were kind of laughing when they saw that. They were like, "What is this? You know, Blackstar? What is this, a joke?"
Yeah.
And but you know, quickly everybody changed their minds about those amps, and they were taking over pretty quickly. But you know, like with amps, it changed a lot the last decade. The days of the big amps are gone now. It's more about the small amps, lunchbox they call them, like a carry-on amp, or even digital amps. Different technology now from 15 years ago. So now it's about these pedal boards called modelers and all those things, and I use them as well. You know, I have modeled my Blackstar amps into these little devices, and it's just easy to travel and play with them.
Hmm. Before going to another question, there's an older one about your gear. So, what's your current guitar and amp setup, both live and in the studio?
Okay, well, guitars, it's all the stuff you see back there. It's my Jackson models. I've been using them for 10 years consistently. And in the studio, I use plugins, a lot of plugins. I've been using them for many years. Um, and I lately I've been using the RK Multimedia Tonex software. And actually, they have a hardware pedal, and I use that because you have the opportunity to model your amps, basically to profile. They call them tone capturing, and you can capture the amp and download it in the hardware, in the pedal board, and that's what I use live as well. And it also has all the effects built in. So my pedal board has become very simple. It's just this Tonex pedal, and that's it.
Hmm.
Very simple. Yeah.
Um, there's a message saying Big Dave and John saying hi, Gaz, moose you brother. The odd job 138.
Big Dave and John say hi, Gus. Moose maybe missed you, brother. So,
Yeah,
uh,
that's many, many people from outside Greece are watching right now. We say hello to everybody, and we continue with a Commander question uh, asked by what exactly are you doing apart from being an avatar in the Commander application? You play some licks there.
yeah, I actually recorded a lot of guitar licks specifically for the game. Um, I did probably about 100 guitar licks, depending
Uh-huh.
on the level that you are. Yeah, 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 yeah. And
I would
and
like to see the last levels.
and yeah, and in different styles. Like I recorded some stuff more bluesy, you know, with less gain, and some more thrash metal, and some more shredding, and some classic metal. So there's like in different styles. I think I even recorded like a few punk rock riffs or something, even though it's not my thing. Um,
Yeah, because it's all about rock music, not only strictly uh, classic metal, heavy metal, and all that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
So
uh, was
I think
recently
you,
another.
I think you can add me, like if you download the game, you can add my character to your band, and then you do certain battle of bands, and you move on, and you get rewards and things like that. And I think with my character, you can get some skins. You know, as you upgrades and you get more points, you can get some skins, and I don't know, you get like a new guitar, or get a pick, or whatever, or some sunglasses or stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun, and for all the people that have been asking and still ask, Gas G will be at the booth of Rock Commander in Rock Art Festival in Greece on the 13th of September. And we will have a signing session over there, which is going to be fun because there's going to be people already from 38 different countries in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have sold tickets to 38 countries in the world so far, even from Saudi Arabia and Chile and Latvia and Mexico, Brazil.
Wow.
So that's going to be really nice
Very cool.
for that. So
I think a
there's
lot
a
of people are
question.
coming because of a lot of people are flying in for the Candlemas reunion as well, probably.
Yeah, many people for that, but most of them are buying 2-day tickets, so they will be in both days.
Oh,
I must say that Gus is with the Candlemas Day, Candlemas, Gus G and Friends and Heaven's Gate and all that stuff. There's a question saying, do you still practice daily? Okay. Uh,
yeah, I do.
if, there is not another, you can't have another answer than yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what does your routine look like?
Okay. Well, when I pick up the guitar, I will just run through scales slowly just to warm up. Imagine like an athlete when you go to the, when you go
To the track and
to the
track and field, they go to run.
yeah, and you have to stretch first, stretch your legs or your
Yeah,
arms and
do a bit of
things like that.
jogging. Yeah,
Yes, so a little bit like that. Maybe I spend about 10 minutes to do that. Just play some, do some warm up exercises, basic stuff, really basic, just up and down, picking, and then a little bit of legato exercise just to get the blood flowing, stretching again. Then maybe I'll just jam on something slowly, and then and if I have to record something, of course I will do all this, and then I'll start recording. So I get into the I don't go cold straight into recording. I will warm up. And if it's just a practicing session, I will just again do my warm ups and then start practicing with a metronome if there's some technique that I want to do, you know,
hmm
or I want to work on something. Yeah.
There's a request here. Will you play something for us here?
No, I don't think so.
You have so many guitars on your back. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I have.
um, I had a very cool question, but I'm trying to find it. Okay. Is there a guitar technique or style that still challenges you?
Um, yeah, a lot. I mean, I don't. I'm not a master of all techniques by any means. So, I just do what I do, I guess. And there's like so many different ways to play guitar, so many different ways to express yourself on the guitar. And I'm not a good fingerstyle player, for example. I'm not. Um, I play a little bit. I can fake it, but it's not my thing. So I'm not even a good acoustic player. I'm primarily electric guitar player.
hmm
So there's a lot of stuff that I have no knowledge or I don't have, I'm not at a good level, but it's it's kind of I don't have interest to learn all the styles. I have my own style, and like developing a style is to me is like taking influence from a lot of things around you that you hear, and you get to pick what you like and you work on that, and somehow you keep adding. And it's like an ongoing thing, ongoing journey. And, that's why music never ends, I think. So I keep learning things. But it's not like I'm going to become a jazz guitar player now. I don't have aspiration for that, or I've already chosen my path, and I've already chosen
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah,
that
and
I
you
want
need
to do.
to master it. You need to be as guitar players of your caliber are mostly perfectionists. You have to play 100% what you play. So you keep, I guess that you try hard to keep on that extremely high level on what you
Yeah,
play.
yeah. It's
That,
like I said, you have to focus on one thing and kind of master that. And when you see a live show, it's like like I said, it's at a very, very top level for that specific thing.
yeah, I have spoken with bands like Dream Theater, and they say that they didn't like changing the set lists every day because they need to to play 100% the songs that they play because that's the nature of their music. I mean, you are a very good guitar player, and you have to play 100% all your stuff every night. So that's out of the question. There's a
Yeah.
question saying, which is the last thing? Okay, this says that incredible you. So I say that when you heard it, you said, "Wow, that's really cool."
Um, in music or as a
Most
as a
probably in
guitar player?
music, I can guess by the question.
You know what I really liked? I heard this new song from a band
Or
Sleep Talk.
inspired you. There's a something that not incredibly used
I'm not gonna say
that
something that I'm not gonna say something that
inspired
inspired me. I'm gonna say something that I liked recently.
you.
I, I listened to the latest.
I'm not gonna say something that inspired me.
Oh,
That I
there's some delay.
recently.
Hold on.
I listened to the latest.
Hold on.
Oh, there's some delay. Hold on.
Yeah, I listened to the latest Sleep Token single,
Hold
and
on.
I thought that was
So,
great.
which artist?
Sleep Token.
Yeah, okay.
And I know they get a lot of hate, that band, from a lot of metal gatekeepers or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I liked their first record, but I really didn't enjoy the second album so much as the
mm,
first one. But anyway, that's taste. But they have their own taste in music. They have their own sound.
yes, they definitely have their own sound. I heard a song called Emergence, and I think that's a great song.
Yeah.
And then that's a fresh sound. And I also listened to the band Falling in Reverse, and they have also a very fresh sound and the way they mix styles. Uh, so that's like when it comes to modern music, and that was like, wow, okay, that's interesting take on things. Yeah. Even though it has nothing to do with what I do.
Yeah, okay. Okay, who knows? Um,
Yeah.
what is the strangest or the most unexpected venue you have ever played?
Okay. I have played a lot of strange venues.
I'm pretty sure about that. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
especially in South America,
No, even in Europe.
yeah.
And in North America as well. We have played weird
Hmm.
places.
Yeah.
Some sports bars. We've played in bowling places, where people are bowling, where you're doing your show. Uh, I, I I did some weird shows in Italy. I've played some restaurants where people were eating pasta when I was playing my shredding instrumentals.
That's a great music to eat your pasta with.
I don't know. I think it might be stressful, while eating pasta. But yeah,
Do you enjoy touring or are you more of a studio person deep down?
definitely I'm a touring guy. I mean, I play every year pretty much. So you can say I'm a touring guy.
Hmm. Would you change anything from your previous albums? From the photo sessions, the recordings, the production, the promotion, the record label, the song title? members of the band anything,
Oh yeah,
even the smallest.
oh yeah, of course. But we can't change the past, and it's not something I want to go back and think about too much because yeah, I mean we made a lot of mistakes, of course, in the past, even in the recent past. Um, but it's done, and this is the probably what made sense at that time. Whether it
Yeah.
was a label choice, whether it was when it comes to stuff that I control, at least members, recordings, videos, um, promotion. That's something that I couldn't control always, of course,
Hmm.
and I don't think certain times have has been done. It's been very good at times. There's a lot of albums that have been kind of lost sometimes, but I think that happens to so many bands and artists, pretty much to everybody.
What's the weirdest or funniest thing a fan has ever told you or given you?
I get a lot of nice presents from fans, actually. Um, there's this girl that she made what do you call them? She saw my cats, made them into like little dolls, and she made one for each of my cats. So she gave me four handmade, yeah, cats, like little
That's great.
dolls. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get a lot of nice things like that, and yeah, people actually bring me a lot of cat toys because they know I'm a cat guy. So
Yeah. And
they
there are
bring me.
many people here that are watching us having cattish names on their accounts
Oh yeah,
with purrs and stuff.
you
It's
see,
the famous Catur days.
it's yeah. Cats.
um,
I mean, a lot of people. When I post like a photo of my cat, I really love it, especially on Facebook because so many people reply always, and they post photos of their cats, and they're like, "Oh,
yeah.
so and so says hi." So it's great to see everybody coming together with the
Yeah.
cats,
So cats connect people.
for sure.
Uh-huh. Um, I won't keep you much longer. A few more questions.
Mm.
Gas the pass. uh, what's a song that's your guilty pleasure? The one that you secretly love singing when nobody's around?
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on the time
It really
and the
depends on the
day.
time. Yeah,
Will there be any more cat t-shirts?
I hope so. Yeah, we have to do it because we made a run and it was sold out very quickly, and I have to bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah, and now there's questions about cats. Can I ask about Leon?
What does he say?
How
Yeah.
old is he? How old is he?
How? Yeah. Joanna says how.
Yes,
Leon. He
it's probably how old is
he.
he?
Yeah. He is. Wait. Uh, he's 7 years old.
Hmm. Uh,
Actually, he's here. Wait.
yeah.
Wait. There he is.
He doesn't seem to care a lot about our Instagram live chat right now.
No. He's just sleeping on the
But
chair.
but you can hear his purr.
Yeah. He likes to hang out with me in the studio.
Yeah, yeah. We see it. We see it regularly on your videos that you post almost every day. And I don't know if anybody has something to ask Gus. As okay, it's an hour, and we've kept him in our company for an hour. There's so many people that have taken part in this,
Yeah, I want to
and
say. I want to say thanks to everybody for sending the questions in Greek and internationally for tuning in from wherever country you are. Thank you. Thanks to everybody.
The last question is the question I always like to ask the musicians, which is, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self if you could go back in time just for 1 minute?
I would probably tell my 18-year-old self to like not stress so much, not to freak out so much, and everything's gonna be all right.
Perhaps you could say that one day you will be the guitar player of Ozzy Osbourne.
I could give him a spoiler, yeah, but but I don't know if that would be so. That wouldn't be so nice to that guy, you know.
No,
It,
no, no,
he would be
because
like,
because
you,
he should focus on practicing and playing and playing and playing, so that he really deserved that, as you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Okay. So concluding, we have a brand new Gus G and Ronnie Romero track, My
Yep.
Premonition, which was out just 2 days ago on Friday,
Two day,
Friday
2 days ago, yeah.
afternoon. You can check it out on YouTube, anywhere, Spotify, anywhere.
Yep.
Um, so Firewind is playing a few selected shows. One of them is in Rhythm, no? In August.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. Rhythm and
Uh,
Rocks Festival.
and and of course, we have the big Gus G and Friends show in Rock Art Festival in Greece, in Athens, in Technopolis, on the 13th of September, where everybody will be able to come and see you. Do you play football? There's a question. No, no, no musician plays football, apart from guitarists and Richie Blackmore.
Yeah. Yeah. Iron Maiden, they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't play football. Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I play, but I suck.
So, especially, there's a legend between the piano players that they do not play basketball or volleyball because they're afraid of their fingers. If they happen to, if a ball does this
Hit your
thing to
fingers.
your
Yeah.
finger, then you cannot play. So most musicians are very afraid to play
Yeah.
sports, in your level. Okay, so Gus, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, man.
Uh, Hope everything goes well, and in a few hours, days, you will be father,
Yeah.
and
Baby G.
that's the biggest thing in life. So when I see you
It is.
in a couple
Yes.
of weeks in Sweden, hopefully you can show me some pictures of your baby.
I'll show you the new photos for sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks
And
to everybody as
wish you
well.
the best. Wish you the best and see you soon. Thank you for your time. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
everybody. Bye
Thanks.
bye. Bye.
Yes, Kristen. Yes.
Yes, yes, I can. Yeah.